When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Free A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. He's got great speed. He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To throw, it's Altmaier. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. like. You could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. It's a draw. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
That's reeled in. It's Clement. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. On the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's caught. It's Morgan. Pulled down for the tackle.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the world.
There he goes to the right. Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's Altmaier. The sure hands. It's Clement. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see...
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rushes on him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Underwood. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Coming out with it, it's Morgan. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Simpson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Marsh. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Klein. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give on the option. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. The short hands, it's Haynes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. Looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Dixon. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
Flips it out on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Snags it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Crosses the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Intercepted.
this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Running to the left. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Find some fresh air. Makes his man miss. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Here's a heat. He caught it. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Rides to back and leaves it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's McCullough. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Marshall. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snatches it on the run. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Trying to impose their will with the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Klein. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Hayes. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Touchdown, Wolverines! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. From the gun. Oh, they're after him! And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Snagged in the middle. It's Clement. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because in the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He'll toss it. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going. They found a way to get him the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires to the middle. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this. Gonna let it fly. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Give as they work on that clock. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for room, it's Haynes. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Now they'll run the draw. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the 2nd level. Beautiful execution.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Looking for the score. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eye,